Okay guys, today we're making these paint scraping ghosties. I'm very excited about these. You guys will love them. They're really fun and cool. The first step will be you're gonna get a canvas. Yours will be blank, but I'm reusing one because I love to reuse stuff. And so I'm gonna reuse this one. It has a little cat drawn on it, that's fine. You can choose a dark color to paint your canvas. I'm gonna do black because I need to cover this drawing. But we'll also let you pick purple, like we have a dark purple over there, and we have a dark navy. So you can pick navy, dark purple, or black, and you're gonna paint your whole canvas a dark color because we're gonna come back and do the moon and the night sky later, okay? Now you can see my ghosties don't have face on them yet. That's okay, you're gonna do faces on them next week because they have to dry, okay? They're gonna be really thick with paint and we're gonna need to let them dry. So step one will be get your paint, and then you're gonna paint. You won't have a cat drawn on yours. Your whole canvas, including your sides, and then you're gonna blow dry it. And then you'll come back and sit down and I'll show you the next step in just a second, okay? Okay, so now that you're back, you're gonna get a container that looks like this, and it's got your white gel medium with white paint mixed in, okay? And you can turn your painting vertical or horizontal. I did this one horizontal, just so you can see, okay? And then this one I'm gonna do vertical, okay? I'm gonna sit down to do this. So what you wanna do is, and you're gonna get this little ghost shaped piece of cardboard, okay? So you want this to be kind of thick. So you're gonna pull out a thick piece of goop and you're gonna start up here kind of to the top. You don't wanna start at the bottom because we're scraping downwards. So if I scrape something here and then I wanna scrape something above it, it's gonna mess this one up. So you have to start above it, okay? We're gonna do about 2 layers of ghosts, maybe 3. And you wanna leave room at the top so you can do your night sky, okay? So I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna flip it and I'm gonna scrape it. Okay, you can go over it a couple of times. You want it to be thick and have a ridge so we can tell where each ghost is. We're not spreading it out and smearing it and playing with it. We're not doing any of this, okay? You're gonna scrape a ghost and leave it there. And then I'm gonna come maybe a little bit lower and I'm gonna scrape a ghost and leave it there. You see how this ridge is overlapping this one, but that's okay. Okay, I can tell where they are. Now it's gonna take about 2 containers of this to get all your ghosts on. So I'm gonna have plenty of containers of this for you. And if we need to mix some more up while you're working on it, we can, okay? I like to do them at different heights so they're not all the way across. I'm gonna do this top row and they don't have to touch. Those do, but I was kind of trying to make them not touch. And you can have some that are like higher and some that are lower, okay? So there's my first row of ghosts, and now I'm gonna scoop some more out and I'm gonna come down below and do another layer. And you see how these are overlapping these? That's why you wanna start high and work low, okay? And each little ghostie just gets a little scrape. You see how I'm running out? That's why I said it's gonna take 2 containers of this. So I do have some big containers, so I might make some big containers for you guys, or I'll make some 2 little containers each, okay? So I need to make some more of this, and then I'm gonna finish this out. So I'm gonna do like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 more, and then I'll be done with that step, okay? So you guys are gonna start high and do a couple, and then bring it low, okay? Okay, now that you're done with that, we're gonna come in and we're gonna go ahead and add our moon and our stars. I'm gonna give you a little bit of yellow, or you can have white. I like yellow, okay? And what I did for my moon was I used the hard end of my paintbrush. I used this end, and I drew the letter C with the hard end. I'm gonna kind of turn it sideways. So you don't wanna be reaching all the way across here, because then your hand's gonna hit it. So it's okay if you turn it upside down because it's just a moon. So if I draw the letter C this way, that's okay. I'm gonna draw it kind of backwards. Okay, so I just took this and I just drew a little letter C. It kind of runs out of paint pretty quickly. I guess this is a backward C. Okay. So there's my C. And then I left the ends kind of thin. And I came back and did this. It's okay, it's got a little texture to it. So does the rest of our painting. It's okay, a little black shows through, okay? And then I continued to use this hardened, and I did little dots like this to go around like stars. We don't want to do splatters today because we don't want to get stars all over our ghosts, okay? So we're not splattering today. Anything that you put on is going to be on purpose. If you accidentally get a drip or a drop on one, that's not the end of the world, but I don't want to see any splatter painting today. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do today. We're gonna leave these to dry, and then next week when you come back, you'll get to use, I'm hoping we can use Sharpie. I haven't tried it yet because my other example is still really wet, okay? But hopefully we can use Sharpie and we can just draw little eyes and mouths on them. But if not, we'll use paint, and we'll come back next week, and as soon as you get here, if it's Sharpie, we'll let you just go ahead and start working on these, and then we have another fun project to do next week, okay? So I'm really excited. These are gonna look awesome. Y'all are gonna do a great job. Can't wait to see them.